Hello, and welcome back to the Light Pole Podcast. I am your host today, Darian, and along me, we have my fantastic co-hosts, Kyler, Wiley, and Joey.
He remembered.
Yes,
Yeah.
not only did I remember to say my name this time, but I
Congratulations.
remembered yours. But it is a beautiful day. How's everyone's week been?
Great. I am
Okay.
on cloud
Wiley,
nine.
Wiley might actually die live on
Yeah.
pod today.
I
Yeah.
got my second dose of my vaccine this morning, so I'm a little out of it, but it's all good.
Yeah, you know how it hits like weaker people a little bit differently.
Yeah.
We're seeing it
Yeah.
live,
So I can't wait till
Oh.
till you get it,
Exactly.
son.
We should
I
record
keep it
that
moving.
day.
pleb.
We should
I keep
record
it
that
moving.
day.
We should. I get it. No, I get it next Tuesday, so I get the 2 days. In
So
between,
we'll
I'll be
record
good.
Tuesday.
I get.
Exactly.
Actually, I get mine next Thursday. So next episode,
There you
I'll
go.
be the same way.
Yeah, there we go. What time?
3:45.
Oh,
I
so
gotta leave.
you're not gonna feel anything. It's you normally don't feel anything till later, like
Oh, really?
past like 6 hours, 7. Yeah. So if you're getting it at 3, by the time we start recording, you'll still be fine. You're gonna feel it in the morning probably.
I gotta see
Well,
if
I
I'm
mean-
gonna go to work that day.
I mean, it hits everyone different, so I mean, I can't
Yeah.
really. But
Yeah, I didn't feel tired after the first one. I
no,
knew some
first
people
one.
who were like migraines and they were like crying a lot and they were like throwing themselves on their bed and stuff. It was,
Yeah.
Well, I think that was
I know
more-
some people crying about their shoulders too.
If
you mean everyone who got the shot? You mean everyone? It wasn't just me,
Nope,
Joey. It
not
wasn't
me.
just me.
Nope, not me.
The shoulder
I think
pain
it was more
up.
like if you came in contact with like the actual virus, the
I
first
heard-
vaccine hit harder.
I heard if you had COVID or
Yeah.
some sort of
Sister.
antibodies to it, then the
Yeah.
first vaccine hit you harder than the second.
The
My
second one, you
sister-
don't feel it as much.
Yeah.
My sister got the first dose same time as I did, and she already had COVID like a couple months back, and it hit her hard.
Yeah.
The first dose.
It's
She was in bed
yeah.
with chills.
I
and
didn't
whatnot.
know that.
Yeah.
Everyone here got Pfizer?
Yeah.
It's up right there. That Johnson's looking a little wild right now.
Crazy.
Is it
Little
still on
rough.
like hold? Like they're not using it anymore?
I'm
Or
not
is it
really
back
up to date,
in
but as far as I
circulation?
know,
You didn't hear it started like a whole zombie pandemic? Like
that Brad Pitt movie. That's,
Yeah,
that's
World War
going on
Z,
right
that's-
now.
War Z. That's literally what's happening.
Yeah, I saw him jumping off a building like 2 days
Exactly.
ago. It was wild.
So I figured we discussed earlier. We'll kick this episode off with the Spartan race story, which
which
I
we've
said
been
I would
putting
tell you
off
guys.
for like 3-4
only
episodes
requested
that we
it.
haven't.
I believe it was Joseph that actually stayed till the end of that episode, and some other people, and they, were
Requested.
like, I second this.
Yeah.
So, just real quick before we get into it, I'll elaborate on that Spartan story. So for those who don't know what a Spartan race is, it's basically an obstacle course race. There's 3 miles, 3 to 5, like 10 to 12, and then a 17 one around there. Kyler, which race was this when this happened? This was the Beast?
Beast. 17
So-
miles.
17 miles. So
32 obstacles.
it was heavy. So we go to IHOP that morning, and
So it starts.
You did everything wrong. Right?
Good
for
idea.
whatever reason, I got a pancake before a 17-mile
You got a
race.
short stack.
I got 3 pancakes
You got several pancakes.
with some bacon and eggs, and I was like, eating a lot of protein. I'm getting carbs, getting everything.
Did you have
New
coffee?
sneakers that he'd
Yeah,
never
I-
worn until
it
that
was-
day.
It was. So we get to the race, and I'm not feeling nothing. I'm like, I'm good. I'm ready to go. Let's go. I'm stretching. We start the race, and I say about 2 miles in, maybe.
No,
It
we were further in.
Okay, well, it was first half. I know that. It
Yeah,
was
we're
earlier on.
probably like 5.
We had to climb underneath barbed wire, and it's like you're
100 yards,
That
planking.
sucks. That sucks.
Yeah, it was a long while.
It's
underneath
100
the barbed
yards.
wire.
It's 100 yards.
300.
300
Yeah,
yards.
300
have to
yards
go
of barbed wire.
Three football fields.
3
of-
football fields of barbed wire in mud.
for the
In
beast.
mud. For
The
the beast.
sprint is
Okay.
much shorter, but the beast was.
How long
it's-
does
it
that
was forever.
take?
Insane.
I didn't know
It
it was
took
that. I didn't know it was
forever.
that long. Jeez.
No, that beast was wild because
I
it
didn't
was
know
in
one that was
Killington.
sprint, but geez.
It
Yeah,
was
I
in
know, it's-
Killington, which was the birthplace of.
That's Vermont,
the-
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
A
So it was
huge
like
ski
they're
mountain
going
in Vermont.
all out because this is like where it started. This is like the homeland of the Spartan. So they were like, "Nah, we're dumping."
I feel like 3 football fields worth of crawling under barbed wire is so unnecessary. You could
It
have
was.
you could
It is.
have
It is,
At
yeah.
that point, I just stand up and be like, ah!
Yeah.
you could have fit like 5 more obstacles in that length instead
You
of
can, it's spaced apart, so you can like sit up a few times
to like relax to
between-
chill.
to
Okay.
like kind of shake yourself out. But for the most part, you're pretty much
That's
What was
insane.
it? What is that? About a quarter mile, half mile?
300 yards. I don't know yards to
Neither do I.
miles.
Anyway, it was something crazy like that. So that's when it first hit me. Whatever it was, the running that we did before we got to that point,
Oh,
kind of jogged my stomach, and we get under that barbed wire and it's hitting me.
He's like tapping my foot. He's like, "Bro,
I'm like, my stomach is hurting. I'm
gotta
like,
go."
all right, we're outside. This
You're
story
in-
gets a little nasty. So
You're
if
in
not
mud.
into that-
No one's gonna tell.
Exactly.
No,
So
but the thing is, there's porta potties spread out all over the place. They're everywhere for the workers.
yes.
So he asked someone.
Okay. Well, we're under
Yes,
the
like,
barbed wire,
please.
and I'm like, I just let one rip, and I'm like, yo, this like my stomach's hurting. So I let it rip, and like somehow I'm
goodness.
smelling it, and my head is obviously up here, and I'm smelling this back. I'm like, whoever's behind me has got it rough right now. And I'm sorry.
Crying.
Hopefully he
Skylar,
thinks
he's
it's the
slowly
mud.
dying.
No, I was ahead. I was like, nah,
Yeah,
I'm
you
getting
were
ahead of
funny.
you. You're supposed to start doing that mess.
And under the barbed wire, you got like it'll get caught in someone's backpack and fling back. Kyler got his forehead cut. People with their backs getting
I have
cut
a
and stuff.
scar on my back.
Yeah. So we do that. My stomach is cramping up. It's killing me. We finally get out of the barbed wire area, and I'm like shot. I'm like, Kyler, bro, I'll be right back. I veer off into the woods because it's in the middle of these woods area in a mountain in
It's a
Vermont.
ski resort. Yeah.
Yeah. And we've come across bears before in a Spartan race, legitimate bears with their family.
That same race.
Later on that race.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
wow, I was pretty lucky. So I run deep into the woods and I keep looking back. I don't want no one seeing me. I can't even use the bathroom at work, like let alone in the middle of a Spartan race with thousands of people there. So I crouch on this like sewer drain, this huge sewer drain that was in the middle of the woods there. And bro, I let it go, took the Cosby's to the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? And I could confidently say I've wiped with a leaf. All right.
That's
I have a
oh,
question.
jeez.
How
Sure.
many leaves did it take?
Well, it,
Was it poison
takes
ivy?
it takes 3 leaves to know you only needed 2.
2,
So,
yeah. Yep. That's right.
it was 3 leaves. You gotta learn that.
Shoot.
Yeah.
Did
I
you
run
hear
out.
something though?
I don't even remember. I was so nervous, bro. I was hearing things out there.
I was
Darren-
waiting for him. And he
Darren-
came busting out of the woods.
He added an
Bro, I heard
extra
something
mile.
breaking.
He added an extra mile to the race just to go
He did
use the
18
bathroom.
miles.
I did.
Oh my
I run out. I'm
Yeah.
like, Kyler, I'm feeling amazing, man. Let's go. So,
Yeah, he had like a second wind. It was nuts.
yeah. So after that, we finished the race. It was crazy, but
Okay, now that we're on this Spartan thing, can we hear the story about the Jolly Ranchers?
Oh, that was
Oh.
the first race we
Jolly
did.
Ranchers?
Because
It's-
how many races have we done? Like 5? 5 or 6?
I think you did
I think 5 or
right?
6.
No,
No,
We've
because we
done
did it. We
3
did
separate years.
you did the
So 5.
trifecta,
We did the trifecta, all 3 in 1 year,
and
then
you
we
did an
2
extra
other
sprint,
sprints.
right? Oh, you did 2
I think it was
sprints.
2 other
A
sprints.
sprint and a super. We did a sprint and a super.
A separate sprint and a separate super. Yeah, so that's 5.
5.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah.
So the first one we did was the super, which
Yeah.
is 10 miles.
That was the first
And-
one we did.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, that's
Forgot you guys
10
did that.
miles and like 20 something obstacles. And we're going through, and Darian just, after mile like 2, he's like, bro, do you have any Jolly Ranchers on you? I was like, dude, I have a dry fish shirt and some like shorts. No, I don't have any Jolly Ranchers on me. He's like, bro, I really want some Jolly Ranchers. And then every person we pass, he's like, do you have any Jolly Ranchers? And we're like, no. He's like,
Bro. It
It's
was
one
a
of those
craving
things-
like
It's one
Like
of
a
those things where
pregnant woman
he
craves
becomes
something.
obsessed and can't let it go. He
Yeah.
just really wanted Jolly Ranchers.
So after I think my parents took us to that one, right? They drove us.
yeah, the first one went with you guys.
So afterward, we were like, can we stop at like a gas station? And we got, because throughout the race, we talked about Jolly Ranchers and cream soda. because we both were like, a cream soda right now would be like amazing.
Amazing.
So it became like a tradition. Every time we finish a race, we go to like the first gas station, get a cream soda and a bag of Jolly Ranchers, and we just like celebrate.
Yeah. And now we get like different stuff for the actual race. So we'll get like Gatorade chews, or especially for the Beast. Like we had 2 full packs of Gatorade chews.
I had the goo.
Bar.
Remember that goo? That was like,
Bro.
It gave you so much energy, but then you were like completely dehydrated after.
Dude, I've never seen such anger in my dad's eyes as when we were doing the sprint and my dad was with us. And we're running.
So bad.
And we get to this like part where we have to trudge through the mud with sandbags on our arms. And I'm like, yo, before we do this one, take a goo packet and it'll give you like mad energy. And this was like one of the first races where I used goo. So I give it to him and then I take it. Bro, it was like peanut butter. You have to drink water with it. I thought it was like some type of like liquid. So it's like molasses. So I give it to my dad. And
I could just imagine Jimmy yelling.
He's so bad, dude.
He was like legitimately upset.
He's probably so tired and like exhausted.
He's
He was like, where's the water? I was like, I don't have no water. Bye, come on, man.
So we get another water station in like another 2.5 miles.
Everyone's watching me get scolded by my dad in the middle of a Spartan race. Like,
Stop yelling at me, man.
Ben Darien over just pull out.
You're like double his size, but yet you're still scared.
I'm sorry. Oh man. Yeah, I forgot about that one.
Jeez.
I don't know why that just made me. Dad's getting angry. It just made me think about the time I gave a talk at your hall, Wiley. I go to Wiley's hall. Kyler's at the time. This is in Waterbury, and I give a talk, and I need water when I give talks. I get really bad dry mouth.
I forgot about that.
So these fools bring me the tiniest water glass filled to the top. To the top. So they put it on the podium while I'm giving it. I didn't notice.
I forgot about that.
Yeah, so I go to read a text.
How did I forget about that too?
Yeah. I go to read
It was
the
like
text.
a shot glass with like 2 cups of water in it.
That's what you use for mouthwash.
Yeah, and I'm like parched, like real quick. So I grab the water, and my hand's kind of shaky. So I grab it, and the junk like spills on the podium a little bit. And I'm like, all right, everyone's looking at their Bibles. I'm like, everyone's looking at their Bibles, no biggie. So I drink the water and put it back down. Finish my talk. Esley, Wiley's dad, gets up there to do the watchtower, and he puts his Bible down in the water, and he realizes it's water. He goes, you see him? I see him on the stage, and I'm like, oh, I forgot to wipe the water. And he goes, like, this is the podium. He goes, he just the most exaggerated thing I've ever seen.
I
dude.
lost it.
Squeegeed it.
Bro,
Oh my god.
he looked so disgusted with the fact that there was water.
Before you even spoke.
Is that the same? Is that the same meeting where you texted me and got scared because
Wiley had the reading that same meeting, and as we're up there giving the talk, and I text Wiley while he's on the stage, and I'm like, oh, you look real cute up there. So then I'm like, he doesn't answer. So I'm like, yo, what if Esley is using Wiley's iPad for conducting? And he just got that text.
Man.
And you said
Esley gave you a wink.
he said no. He said as soon as he sent it, my dad made a look, and you thought it legit happened.
He's like reading the text message.
It was like perfect timing. I thought he legit got the text, dude.
Darien is very outgoing, and he likes to have fun and stuff. But when he gets nervous or scared, he like curls into like the fetal
down.
position so fast, and it's hilarious.
It's the first one to kill himself.
Yeah,
I get flustered.
Down.
Oh goodness, dude.
Great opening to an episode.
Great opening. Great opening.
Yeah, you can't ask for a better intro than that. So
Oh my goodness.
I guess from there. Oh, I'll tell you guys what happened at Wait, is Kyler frozen? Oh, no.
He came
No,
back.
he was for a second.
I was like, he was
man.
chugging that coffee.
The little, the little energy that I had left in me is gone. I'm just, oh man.
I'll tell you the Cold Stone story at the end because it's not as funny as those, so I feel like it won't
Okay.
match up. So we'll just
Okay.
leave that to the end.
Sure.
End on a low note.
Yeah, so I guess we'll get right into movie news. That sound cool with everyone?
Yeah, let's do it.
Wiley, you got any news stories there?
Sort of. Doctor Strange finished filming.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Mm.
Into Multiverse of
I'm
Madness.
so excited for that.
That's not this year, right?
Next year.
Next year.
At the beginning, kind of next year. Elizabeth Olsen said that they're really going into like the horror element, like legit, like that's like the main focus. So that's gonna be
curious
different.
what Marvel's idea of like horror is.
I know,
What's
right?
that gonna look like?
Yeah, I don't
Because
know.
they've had a few like kind of jump scary kind of things here and there, but even then, it's like
Nothing
they,
ever
they-
too
they-
dark.
They turn it into a joke immediately after.
Yeah.
So what is that? What is that gonna be?
I'm trying to think like what's Marvel's darkest movie? I don't really think they have a
Infinity War when everyone like
Oh, you know what
died.
they were thinking about doing
Pretty
in
much.
Endgame, bro? They were thinking about
Oh
having
yeah, Cap's head.
Yeah, they were thinking about having Thanos walk out of the portal while he was fighting with them and toss Cap's head.
2014
Rolling on the
version
ground.
of Cap's head, rolling it on the
To
ground
Cap.
to taunt him.
And the whole
Yo.
oh, that's really dark.
I saw they
Yeah.
made like a mock-up of what it would look like, dude, and I was like, wow, if Marvel went this dark.
Yeah, they did it. I think they CGI'd it and everything to kind of play it, and then in the writers' room, everyone was kind of just like, "Yeah, no, we can't."
Little
do
bit
this."
too far.
Yeah.
Too far.
Yeah.
Do we have any idea what like the general synopsis of this movie is gonna be? Like,
Multiverse of
going on?
Madness.
yeah.
I think it's going to take place around or maybe exactly at the same time as the next Spider-Man movie.
Yeah, I don't think we'll get any plot details until Spider-Man comes out.
Yeah, and it's definitely playing into the whole, like the ending of WandaVision where she was like studying all that stuff. It's gonna
Like arts.
be like a big thing. Yeah.
So all we have so far is from denofgeek.com. After the events of Avengers Endgame, Doctor Strange continues his research on the Time Stone, but an old friend turned enemy seeks to destroy every sorcerer on Earth, messing with Strange's plan and also causing him to unleash an unspeakable evil. No idea who the old friend
the dude
is.
from
From the first one.
From the first
one.
Not Mogatu.
Mugatu is from Zoolander.
yeah.
That's Will Ferrell, isn't
Right?
it?
Yeah.
Isn't it Will Ferrell?
It's so true. That's Hansu. He's so hot right now.
Oh, Joe, thank you for catching that.
That's so true.
What is this? The school for ants?
Mordo.
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 I had the
Asian
M
one?
right.
Yeah, you're
No, that's the black dude.
Oh,
Chiwetel
Ejiofor.
Wong
Yeah.
is the Wong is the Asian
He's a
guy.
good actor.
Mhm.
Okay. Alfred Molina confirmed.
I was gonna get to that. Do we want to like? I guess we can. He kind of spoiled a lot for the movie, but
Which
yeah.
Which movie?
Spider-Man 3, the next Spider-Man movie.
Okay.
I don't know why I'm
Go
doing this
for
because
it.
I have my headphone in my ear right now.
They're in his ear.
Yeah.
Okay, I'll say what I because I didn't think it was anything too spoily. All
Okay.
he said was, obviously he confirmed that he is going to be in it. He confirmed that they're using de-aging techniques.
Yeah.
And that if I'm correct, it's following his story from right after the events of Spider-Man 2.
Right. So yeah, that's what he said. He pretty much kind of confirmed multiverse because
died.
he said, yeah. So he said he talked to John Watts, the director, about that. Like, hey, didn't I die in Spider-Man 2? Because he was told it's following literally from exactly the last scene that we seen him in. It's like right after that. He said, this is Marvel. No one really truly dies.
Unfortunate, but so true.
So he said that and it's taking place. Yeah, so that kind of confirms multiverse. I don't know how else would that make sense. You know what I mean?
And
Unless
it confirms that we're seeing Toby.
it
and
has
that we're
to.
seeing
Well,
Andrew.
okay,
Yeah.
it can confirm that doesn't necessarily mean that they're going to be in this movie. I have no doubt. Like I said before, I have no doubt that Toby.
He's been filming
and
for months.
Andrew
Why wouldn't
are
he be
gonna
in this movie?
in the movie, or in the MCU. I'm not convinced that they'll be in this movie coming up.
Yeah.
I hope that
I'm
they're
not 100%, but I
hope-
still think
I hope they're
the
not.
odds are that you hope they're not
I hope they're not. I
because
think
it'd
that
be
would,
too much.
yeah.
I can see
All
that.
the stuff that they have
I
going
think
on.
they're gonna
I
hint
don't.
at it.
Yeah. I
the
want
very
a
end.
hint. I want like an end credit
Oh,
scene, someone walking through or something like
we
that.
got J.K. Simmons as J. Jonah Jameson. How did that not trigger our multiverse? Did we all think that was just a cool cameo when that came out? Because that's literally J. Jonah Jameson from
Sort of.
Toby's
Everyone
timeline.
pretty much thought, but it's like a whole different
that
Daily
slipped past
Bugle.
me.
It's a whole different. Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. I didn't catch that. I was just like, oh hey.
I remember
I just
that
thought it
we were
was.
like,
Yeah. I just realized that.
But, I mean, what confuses me, I mean, I guess it could go a lot of routes. Because what confuses me, if it's taking place from that it's from Spider-Man 2. We had a whole Spider-Man 3. Where does it take place in the timeline?
this movie?
That's what I'm saying. Like,
Interesting.
if this story is going to connect,
after 2.
if it's going to be picking up right after Spider-Man 2, then, like, you know.
Well, it'll show Doc Ock's storyline, but not necessarily Toby's.
Yeah, maybe he's in hiding. Maybe
it
he
can
went
be after. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
something
makes
like
sense.
that.
Alfred Molina
okay,
crossed over.
we
and then
gotta-
some time passed before Toby came in.
I keep forgetting also Sam Raimi is doing Doctor Strange. So...
What?
Yeah, he's
directing Doctor Strange,
He
too.
directed Doctor Strange too. Yeah, so literally,
This is one of our movie news.
they're going
before.
hand in hand. The new Spider-Man and then Doctor Strange, and obviously Raimi is gonna have a big part in the Spider-Man project as well. I'm sure of it. To kind of make sure it all, especially if they're picking up from Spider-Man 2. I'm assuming
It's
he
nice
had
that they'll
a
have him-
big.
This episode is also sponsored by nuts.com. Do not forget to use your code LightPole for 10% off. They've sent free samples to me and to another Lightpole podcast member.
Is that chocolate?
Hopefully they'll be sending them out. This is milk chocolate espresso beans. They
Ooh,
are
I love those.
Espresso
so good.
Yeah,
You got the milk chocolate? Dang, I got dark
What'd you get,
dark
chocolate?
chocolate is good too.
Yeah.
I like the
Probably
dark
healthier.
chocolate.
It's good. I probably should try it.
Have you ever had
These are
like
praline
straight
chickens.
up dark chocolate? I had like
Bro, I have 93%
yeah,
dark chocolate.
I've had
Why?
93%. I like it.
No,
Well,
I like it.
It is.
What's wrong
It's
with you,
super
bro.
bitter, but it's not
Yeah,
bad.
It's like
not bad.
cacao, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
that's-
is really
I don't think
bitter.
you're supposed to just straight up eat it like that.
No, they sell
it's,
it.
it's healthy for you.
I had bought
Is
I
it
had
really?
what I had
Yeah.
bought a pack with my uncle Wheelo one time. I forget where he bought it from, but it came in like sections, so it had like 70%, 80%, 90%, 93%.
Yep.
Yeah. And
I have an 86% and a 93%.
Why are they
And-
such random numbers?
I don't know. At Stop and
That's
Shop,
very specific.
they have
Yeah.
them all. You go to Walgreens, CVS, you'll see like Ghirardelli, and you'll see 76%, 83, 90
I don't
something.
like that. I don't like that it's like such an odd number.
I'm trying to like cut down. So I was like, you know what? Let me get some. They have good antioxidants. They're a little high in calories though, but they're like good calories. So it's not like you're eating a milk chocolate bar.
I don't like chocolate.
I'm not a big chocolate
That's-
guy either.
I can't eat a
Healthy
lot of
alternatives.
chocolate. I can't eat a lot of it.
Yeah, that was
Anyway.
a nice little sidetrack there. Speaking
Sony?
of Marvel, while we're in that real quick, did you see the Russo brothers are contemplating releasing a 6-hour
Yeah, we
director's
talked about
cut?
this.
we talked about this. Yeah.
Cool. So what were you saying, Wiley?
We had mentioned the Sony and Netflix deal in the last entertainment news, but I sent this in the group chat. But new news, actually, Sony and Marvel reached a deal, or Disney,
yes.
Sony and Disney, to have in 2022, instead of it going to Netflix, anything related to like Sony and Spider-Man is going to Disney Plus.
Yeah.
So
So they
which
just like backed out on the deal.
I don't know how it worked out. I don't know what it is, but like the Spider-Man movies, Spider-Verse,
Someone got paid.
Venom, all those movies are going to Disney Plus.
That was
Maybe
Disney saying, we will give you literally however much money you want.
Yeah.
For us
I
to
feel
take
like
this.
Netflix was like, we just spent $500 million on some Knives Out movie. We need to chill.
Yeah.
we're throwing out money like we have it.
What the
Yeah.
heck?
That's
Well, I mean,
pretty
it doesn't
wild.
matter. We all have Disney anyway, so we're gonna get it no matter where.
We
it
have
goes.
Disney and Netflix. Yeah, exactly. So it's not. I have literally all the streaming services. It's so bad.
I have everything except for Hulu. Hulu's, I can't do this. Why?
Did you get Paramount yet?
I really forgot about that.
No, I'm thinking Peacock. No. They have a good
Peacock
amount
is
of
free,
stuff though.
right? Yeah. Paramount.
Peacock's
Paramount's good. I like it.
Paramount's the one with all the Nick shows, right?
Yes.
Nickelodeon?
Yep.
That's the only reason I.
And they have, for some reason, they have like every Tom Cruise and every Jackie Chan movie known to man.
Nice.
It's hilarious.
Paramount?
Yeah, they have like so many old
Yeah, 'cause
Tom Cruise movies, but yeah,
half of his movies are Paramount.
yeah, exactly.
That's
So,
true.
all the Mission Impossibles, yeah, it's crazy.
All right. Scooching on over to DC now. The Flash officially started filming the Ezra Miller Flash. A fun fact, I don't know if you guys know this, Michael Keaton is officially reprising his role as Batman
Yeah,
in this Flash movie.
yeah,
In the movie?
yeah,
In the movie.
Is it gonna be Flashpoint?
yeah.
I don't know.
Supposed
I
to be.
doubt. Oh yeah, I think you said that a couple weeks ago. They're supposed to be
they're
Flashpoint.
having at least 2, but I think I heard maybe even 3 Batmen.
Oh boy, I can't wait to see how they screw that up.
I heard that we're just waiting on the announcement for Ben Affleck.
Yeah,
That they're hoping he'll be back
Interesting.
for this movie. How
You
sick.
better-
he was
you better
supposed.
bulk up.
It was supposed to be Ben Affleck
Facts.
and Michael Keaton. Yeah.
My brother was looking a little frail after Anna left him. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I heard?
And the freaking Justice League, my boy, little skinny.
Yeah, he was.
I heard there was a confirmed Joaquin Phoenix Joker cameo in the new Batman movie.
No.
That's
You
what I
talking
heard.
The Robert Pattinson one?
Robert Pattinson, yeah.
That they take place in the same era.
Well, 80s, 90s,
Right.
yeah, right.
Well,
No,
no,
it's
Joker
70s.
was 70s,
Joker's was
yeah.
70s, but that would make sense because
But he'd
at
be
this
more
point,
established.
yeah, and Robert Pattinson would have time to grow up because
What?
he was only a little kid in the Joker movie. So
That'd be nuts.
would
that's
be
what I heard. I'm not too sure on it, but
Wait,
that would be amazing.
When is that Batman coming out? Like 2032?
It was supposed to be out like the end of this year or something, but
Yeah, it's next year. I
so
think
it's
early
next
next
year.
year.
yeah.
Early next year?
Yeah,
Is that
Which-
confirmed?
bro. Yeah, it is confirmed. And that trailer, I remember when that trailer dropped.
Oh man,
Because
Joe's
we had just
nuts.
finished watching a movie on the projector, and I was like, one of you guys texted me and said the Batman trailer dropped. And I was
me.
like,
Yeah, it was
they were
me.
right on, bro. When
That
he was
Nirvana
doing
Poor
that,
guy in
song.
the hospital, man.
Yeah, the poor guy was like,
"Who are you?"
sir, who are you? Just in a wheelchair for the rest of your life, asking the question like
What gets me is they made that teaser trailer with only like 10% of the movie done.
Yeah.
Yeah,
that.
which just goes to
Unfortunately,
show.
That's
give
crazy.
it to me.
That's nuts. Yeah.
I think I watched that trailer like 100 times. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Isn't his Batcave like blatantly out in the open?
Yes,
outside.
Anyone who takes a helicopter ride like over Gotham is just gonna see
Wait,
everything.
Batman! Wait, Bruce Wayne!
Batcave.
I don't know how they're gonna play that,
That's
but
so
yeah.
weird.
Yeah. So let's see. Ryan Johnson, rumor has it, wants to and probably will direct one of the episodes of Mandalorian next season.
Ooh, I'm down for that.
Ooh,
your
the amount
thoughts?
of backlash that's about to cause.
I'm down.
Which is why I don't think it would happen.
Well, they're still giving him his trilogy, right?
I don't think that's happening either. I'll believe it when I see it. They say they will. Right, he's a great director.
Mm,
That's
Star
pretty much
Wars.
undisputable at this point.
yeah.
But Ryan Johnson and Star Wars just don't mix well.
Yeah.
And it's like you hear those two things together and it's controversy. And that's all that's going to come to that episode of Mandalorian. It's going to be like, I don't know. It might be a great episode. It's not like he's going to change the course or the feeling of Mandalorian in one episode. You can't do too much damage. But
I want to know what this next season's even going to be about. What are they going to do with it?
When it's what, January, February?
2022, I think. Yeah.
'Cause
December we get Book of Boba.
Yeah, that I'm excited for. My boy Robert Rodriguez. Isn't he directing? I think he's directing a lot of it.
Yeah, I was gonna say I think they're doing the same thing where each episode gets its own director, but I'm sure he'll.
And he still
have-
has my favorite directed episode of season 2. So I am
Which one's that?
the one where Boba showed up and started kicking
Oh, on
robot
Tython?
butt on Tython.
Tython.
Kyler,
Yes.
I have a piece of news for you.
Is it gonna be something with the fitness gram pacer test?
No, this is
Okay.
legit. Since
Continue.
we're on Star Wars,
Oh.
a more confirmed
Oh,
and newer report of Knights of the Old Republic remake
yes.
in the works.
Remake or remaster?
It says remake, but it's the same company that worked on the originals.
BioWare?
No, well, it's like the one of the port studios,
Or
Aspire Media. It's like one of the smaller companies, but they've already remastered a bunch of old Star Wars games, like Jedi
Well, they
Outcast and stuff like that.
Yeah, and they remastered Republic Commando, but I mean it pretty much looks the same. I want it with better graphics.
Yeah,
That's
so
what I
they
want.
so far they've done Star Wars
True.
Racer, Borderlands 2, Star Wars Jedi Knight 2, Jedi Outcast. They've done a few stuff. So
Exactly, Vin.
I hate you, but I mean,
Any time
either way,
on that at all?
no, it's just a newer. It was like a day ago that Damien sent it to me.
Yeah, they've been teasing that for like years now. So
I saw something today and I don't remember where it was, so take it with a gigantic grain of salt, that Revan is supposed to be making a cameo in one of the Star Wars shows that's currently under production.
they'll never make him canon.
What?
He is
You don't think
canon.
they're going to make
Well, he is canon
live action?
technically.
You mean?
His Sith
but-
version is canon, at least.
Yeah, Darth Revan, because he was
Revan.
like one of the groups
The
in
Sith Troopers.
Rise of
Sith holocron?
Skywalker.
Oh.
No,
In Rise of Skywalker, the Red
Skywalker.
Stormtrooper or Red Sith Troopers or whatever, one of the battalions were called like the Darth Revan Battalion or whatever.
Yeah. All of them were named after like ancient Sith lords.
That's sick.
But
I think they'll make him.
I don't know if they'll ever put him in like live action stuff. I
He
pray
is-
to anything that they do it because I love Revan so much.
He's too cool to not be put into a live action.
It's
form.
just it's really tricky because of all the stuff that he's connected to that would contradict a lot of the stuff that they've already put into place as canon.
But you could take some from the source material and then just throw everything else out the window.
And it's not going to be Revan.
You're not going to be Revan. I mean,
I wish I was. I would
Oh,
love to be
really?
Revan.
Revan's like a tricky subject though, because he's
Yeah.
like Revan's like the first thing gatekeeping Star Wars fans go to when someone new to
Facts.
Star Wars is like, "Oh, I love Star Wars." You don't love Star Wars. You don't even know who Revan
you don't
is.
know Death Revan.
Like,
yet.
why is that the first thing people go to?
Every
Now-
fandom has a toxic underbelly like that with the gatekeeping, but I feel like Star Wars
Star
So
Wars
bad.
gets
years.
way
You know,
way
he w-
too into it.
You know, Revan was trending on Twitter the other day because of that.
Really?
Because
'Cause of
people were
gatekeeping?
because of gatekeeping and people being pissed of that's the first thing people go to when they
People suck.
Yeah.
And then it makes people not want to get into Star Wars because they're like
Yeah.
the fans are too toxic.
Exactly.
Shut up and let them enjoy how amazing Star Wars is.
exactly.
it's like
cares
it's like
about
when
your
Marvel first started, none of the comic fans were like, you don't really know Marvel because you
Yeah.
don't know who this is. They were like, these movies are dope and everyone's enjoying them.
yeah,
Absolutely.
Now Marvel's getting a little weird. They're starting to get a little.
they're branching out into
annoying.
more things, and
Mhm.
The fans are starting to get a little like,
you have the stands. Yeah, the stands are annoying. That's what. Ugh. But anyway,
But Star Wars
Well-
has been known for that in recent years.
Speaking of Marvel, should we get into Falcon and Winter Soldier real quick? The last episode.
Think so?
I don't have
honestly
any
a
more.
lot of movie news.
Yeah, I don't really have anything else.
So
Oh,
that
the
we can actually
Shang-Chi
get to the
trailer.
topic for this episode.
Joey,
Joey? Sure.
So what D said, we're going back to DC real quick. With the first day of production, they dropped a little teaser for the Flash.
Oh, really?
oh yeah,
For
he
the-
sent it to us with the
I sent-
yellow
I sent it to you in the
lightning.
group chat.
Oh yeah.
They had
But
the
it was-
Flash theme song and they had the insignia. So it was the lightning bolt with
Oh.
the white, and it looked like the new 52 suit. with a nice cool lining on it. So maybe a new suit for the Flash with the Flashpoint.
The
don't
new
even-
52 suits are sick.
Yeah.
All of the
Superman's was
Yes.
probably the best because they got rid of his underwear. He has like the red belt now. He's no tidy whities anymore.
Yeah.
I know. Nightwing's was amazing. I love the new 52 with Nightwing. Only reason I know that is because of what's
Injustice.
that video game? Injustice.
Injustice.
Yeah.
But Injustice, that's not.
There's a
Oh,
new
like
52
52
suit.
you can get the new 52 suit, yeah, but the
Mm.
basic one isn't the new 52.
Yeah.
MODOK trailer.
MODOK
MODOK.
trailer.
I haven't
Guys.
seen it. I have to
It's
watch it.
funny. It looks funny.
Whoa.
It is funny.
And
We
you
talked
said it's on
about that.
Hulu, right?
Yeah, it's May
Okay.
21st. I think is coming up.
It feels like just last episode we were talking about MODOK and you guys brought it up to me for the first time and I was like, this is what how are they gonna do this? It looks the trailer made me laugh out loud multiple
Yeah,
times.
it looks mad funny.
When
I
his
like
mom
the-
was talking to him,
yeah.
she was like,
Your
she was like,
womb
"Hey, you're gonna
wrecking."
make good use of that womb wrecking head of yours because it's just massive."
I was dying too, like towards the end of the trailer where he's like in the bathroom singing and some random dude walks in and starts singing. He's like, "Get out of here!"
Yeah.
I was like, "Why is this?"
What
It's
kind of
funny.
animation is it?
It's
Is
like
it
claymation.
Robot Chicken.
It's like Robot,
Robot
Chicken.
Oh, that's so much better.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Oh god.
It's just like Robot Chicken.
Oh, Robot Chicken's Star Wars. Has me in
Yeah.
I forgot about
tears.
that, man.
Anything with the Emperor when he's like
Yeah.
in the Death Star running it like a corporation
Mhm.
is just the funniest thing ever.
Yeah. Or like I like in the trailer, Kyler. I know you maybe you'll watch it later, but there's one where like Iron Man shows up and shoots him in the back of the head with his blaster, right? Yeah, well, it doesn't kill him or anything. It's just like
Okay.
he just turns around. He's like Iron Man. He's like, I know, cheap shot to the back of the head, but to be fair, I was literally aiming for anything else, but because his head is so big, I was
Is it John
dying.
Hamm?
Yeah, it's John Hamm.
Oh man.
And then
I
Nathan
recognize that
Nathan
voice.
Fillion is Wonder Man. He showed up for a little bit.
Wonder Man?
Yeah, he was
Oh,
like
yeah,
he was like Wonder Man, pending Avenger, gotta go. Yeah, I was dying.
I love it when they take like stupid side characters like that and throw them into like really prominent roles.
Wonder Man was like one
Like,
of the
why not?
original Avengers, though.
Avengers,
That's the funny part. It's like
So
Really?
stupid. He has like sunglasses.
I have
like
a-
Mr. Terrific from
it looks like
DC. So
the Wonder
bad.
Woman like insignia, like logo.
That's what I was gonna say. Is that
Yeah.
like their counter to Wonder Woman?
Kinda, yeah.
I was
That didn't do anywhere near as well.
Ren has like an
Yeah.
Avengers onesie and it has the Wonder Man symbol, and I was like, what the heck? It's whack.
Who's this?
Yeah, I was like, at first I was like, yeah, who the heck is this? But
All right, so I think Kyler's right. I think anyone else have anything?
oh,
we
but
get
Shang-Chi
into-
trailer.
Oh my goodness, dude!
It looks good.
Bro.
Anybody rips it, it's pronounced Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi, whatever.
Shang-Chi,
I'm American.
Just be careful.
I'm gonna pronounce it Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi. Is Trump's land now? No, see,
Oh,
I think
no,
that
no,
Cut
no,
that
no,
out.
no.
Nah, we can keep that way. It ain't Trump's land. Biden's land. It means Jesus is king.
Russell
So-
Crowe's. Like I sent you guys.
Oh yeah, Russell Crowe confirmed his
his
role.
role in Thor 4. He's gonna be Zeus.
Yeah. So what does that mean? Is Zeus? Is
Greek gods?
Yeah.
I have no idea the direction this is going.
What?
I'm
Instead,
worried, bro. I'm excited, but I'm really tentative about this movie.
Russell Crowe said, "I shall be Zeus in Thor 4. It's my last day of Zeusing about, and I'm going to enjoy it."
He could be joking. I don't know. There's no way Marvel let him just announce that. Like,
His character.
yeah, I don't know.
So is Christian Bale gonna be Hercules?
No,
Now,
he's
correct me if I'm
he's
wrong.
Bor the God Butcher. Okay, you know what?
That's a title.
That
Holy
makes
cow.
yeah. He like goes. He hunts like powerful. Like I'm assuming he's gonna be hunting Thor to try to kill him. So I guess that would make track
Just 'cause.
if Zeus was
Just
there.
'cause.
He's probably just like a mini cameo of like Christian Bale killing him or
Just gonna
something.
get beheaded or something.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, but aren't Thor and Loki
Norse, yeah,
mythology?
Norse mythology.
Yeah.
So they're just mixing
But
all the
it's
gods
actually-
together.
Yeah, it makes no sense.
Because in the original Thor, the first movie, Anthony Hopkins, who played Odin, at one point actually says we're not gods. So
Yeah.
the way the MCU did it, they're not gods, they're just aliens. And when they went to Earth,
They're
the
viewed
humans
as
saw
gods.
them and viewed
I
them
love
as
it.
gods.
Yeah.
Marvel
Which
is
is
so
really
good with
cool.
that.
It's
They
interesting,
make
yeah.
everything so accessible.
Mhm.
Yeah.
This isn't magic. This is like
Science that you don't
Yeah.
understand. Yeah.
exactly. Yeah. Okay. Kyler, did you see the Shang-Chi trailer?
I didn't know.
Bro.
I'm sorry. It's a lot of overtime.
Darian,
Okay.
pull it up.
You haven't watched it? It's
No.
good. Okay,
No.
we're
gotta
we're
watch
gonna cut right here, ladies and gentlemen,
To show
watching just
Kyler.
to
Catch
show
him up.
Kyler, and we'll catch him up and we'll come
sorry.
back.
Yeah.
Can I watch the MODOK trailer too?
Yeah,
Yes.
we can watch more.
Only thing that annoys me is freaking Aquafina's voice, bro.
Yeah, Aquafina's annoying.
Yeah, she irritates me.
Who are
sometimes.
you?
Oh, have you guys seen Crazy Rich Asians?
I've seen a little bit. I haven't.
Don't believe the hype. It's not as good as it was cracked up to be.
Really?
What? Yeah, it's okay.
Every
It was-
single other person who's ever talked about it says
It's
that
like it's amazing.
the second coming of the Christ.
It was just like really. It was the hype wave for a while,
Uh-huh.
and then I saw it. And
I
was
like the beginning of it where they
Yeah.
wouldn't let her into the hotel, so they bought the hotel. That was
Yeah,
that was dope.
was cool.
But yeah,
it was the
Weird
most,
flex,
like-
but okay.
yeah, thanks.
It was the most out of touch movie I think I've ever seen. It wasn't just
In terms
Asian
of like Asian
lifestyle.
culture.
yeah, it was Asian culture, the pinnacle, the top 1% of the top 1%. The people who go to Dubai and celebrate their birthdays there
Yeah.
and get cars as gifts. I don't know why all these Asian people are like, it's so good to feel represented. Are y'all that rich?
Mhm.
That's just me.
I think it was just the fact that it was an all Asian cast.
If you haven't seen Parasite, the movie,
No, that's Korean though, isn't it?
Bro,
it is Korean, but such a
Watch.
good movie.
Parasite.
Such a
That
good
thing
movie
got
in every
Oscars.
single way,
It is.
and well deserved.
I told Joey, I was like, watch this movie. Don't look up the synopsis. Don't look up what genre it is.
I didn't.
Just watch. And it is so good.
Is it
What is
subtitles?
It has.
Yeah,
It's like every single genre movie put together in one.
everything. From comedy to horror to
There's
drama
so-
to family.
There's so
The
much
thriller, yeah.
symbolism in that movie. It's crazy.
Mm-hmm.
I want to watch it again. It was that
Mhm.
good. Okay, back to the thing here.
Okay, we're back.
We just showed Kyler the Shang-Chi trailer and the MODOK trailer, both of which are pretty awesome. Kyler, what are your reviews now that you've seen them both?
I'm very much looking forward to MODOK. I love the whole thing where you just take something that is super usually serious and stuff and just turn it on its head and just make fun of every possible thing.
Love it.
And MODOK is like the dumbest character to like
Yeah.
do that
Patton
to because
Oswalt.
nobody cares about MODOK. So
Yeah.
to make an entire show about him is brilliant. I love it. Shang-Chi looks really good. Shang-Chi?
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
It looks good. It looks real good. Looking forward to it. I really wish this guy. I always forget his name.
Ben
the one from
Kingsley?
Godzilla.
Oh,
No. Oh my God, Ben, that's like my favorite scene in Iron Man 3. No,
Vegeta.
the dude from Godzilla 2 that blows up the nuke.
Yep.
And
Yep.
oh,
makes him go Super Saiyan.
Doctor, yeah,
Taka- I don't know what his real name
Nirisaka or
is.
something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I wish he was the dad because I feel like that'd be a perfect role for me. He's like one of my favorite actors. I love
You're
him.
pretty good.
And I don't know what his name is,
Yeah.
but but no, the movie looks
Serizawa, Dr. Serizawa. Okay, sorry.
good. Okay,
Bless you.
sure.
The guy from Shang-Chi, he's like the perfect athletic build. So I love it because he's
Uh-huh.
like Kumail Nanjiani is jacked.
Insane.
He became
disgusting.
addicted
That
to
new
that mess.
that new picture is crazy.
He
I was looking through his
huge.
Instagram. He
He's
is
big,
like
dude.
ridiculously
Bursting out of
huge.
the seams. But it's juice. Like the guy's clearly on some juice for the movies. He even said, I forget, I think he was on Jimmy Kimmel or something like that, and he was like telling people to understand that this isn't something everyone could do, that he needs a little extra help.
Mhm.
You know, it's kind of a wink and nod. He's obviously on juice. This guy in Shang-Chi is like just
It's
athletic.
natural. You
Yeah.
can just tell it's natural.
That's like
Yeah.
CrossFit.
And I went
built.
through his
Yeah,
Instagram.
realistic.
It's yeah.
Awesome. So, all right.
I don't know anything about him either. So this, I literally
do I.
zero information about his character, like from the comics.
One of
So
the movies I picked.
I'm going in
We'll
like
talk about it later.
Thank you.
So we will now move into the second section here, which is Falcon and Winter Soldier.
We use those as like transitions.
I think we should.
Is that a thing we can do? I
Yeah.
love that.
I'll start doing that.
Episode 5.
Yes. What went down in episode? Oh, this was the slower episode.
Epic.
Kyler?
Epic intro.
But the beginning,
Dude.
Keeler.
So we've each time we've gone over this, we've discussed our viewpoints on Walker.
Yes.
I want to do a recap and see what you guys think now because I have something to say, but I want you guys to go first.
Okay. I'll go first since I'm like a big Walker guy.
Mm-hmm.
I clearly think he's made some bad decisions, especially in that last episode.
Mm-hmm.
Does that make him a bad guy? Yeah, it does. He did some pretty bad stuff.
He decapitated someone.
Yeah, I don't think there's much to argue there. He's a pretty bad guy, and we could see where it's going after that in credit scene. I still love his character though.
Yeah.
Because it's so awesome to see how and why he was pushed over the edge and how now he's in a spot where it's like he doesn't feel anything.
Mm-hmm.
When he was hugging this dude's mom after she was like crying and telling him how much she loves him and all this stuff, he's just
Straight
no
up
emotion.
Straight up lied to her because she
Yeah.
said, "Did you get the person that killed him?" And he said, "I would never let them go. Of course I got them," but she clearly didn't. So
Yeah, so that's I love the character. Glad he's been a part of this show. He's definitely on the villain side now. No bueno.
Oh, without a doubt. I mean,
big
Yeah.
cameo there, but we'll get to that. Yeah.
What about you
What are
guys?
your guys, Wiley and Joey? What are your guys' thoughts on Walker?
Me,
Joseph, Joey, Joel.
Joseph.
I was gonna say Joseph to mess with you, and I was like, let me know.
I like how the whole after he took the serum, his obsession and spiraling downward towards that U.S. agent, like evil. Like he started at first, he's like, "I'm Captain America," then he's yelling, "I'm Captain America." And now he's just insane, going, "I'm Captain America."
Yep.
You just see that, just him dwindle down. Just at that point, he's like focused, and as we saw at the end of the episode, I mean, he's clearly Captain America.
Dude, in my notes I said I love the rebellious attitude, even though he's not Captain America. 'Cause he kept saying that the whole episode.
Poor thing
Yeah.
got aluminum shield. I mean,
I hate him, but his character,
But in a
he's
good
so
way.
good. Yeah, but he's so good,
Thank
and it's
you.
a big story point that just drives the story further along, and I can see it where it's going to set up something larger in the future.
Oh yeah.
And I like the fact that this isn't a one-off. You can tell that they have plans for him going forward. So I do
Tomorrow
like
is
that.
the season finale.
Yeah, and I
Oh,
hope
is this the
we
last
see
episode?
him. I hope we see him after that also because I just want to talk about the fight at the beginning because that was
Okay, let's
there was a
real
lot.
quick.
Yeah, Kyla, go for it.
My opinion on Walker has done a complete 180. I love him now.
Okay.
I feel like his character is grown so much to the point where it's like I didn't like that it was like he was trying to be Cap, but he's not. And I get that was part of his character arc, but I just love that he's gone off the deep end and that he's just fully immersed and not even trying anymore to be Steve. He's just Captain America in quotation. And I love the fact too that he's obviously screaming it at the top of his lungs to everyone he can. He's said it in the hearing when he was other than honorable,
which was intense.
Stuff,
which was
really intense.
That's right.
But I love that he's also saying it to himself because that shows that he truly, in his head,
Doesn't
he
believe
honestly
that now.
thinks that he is Cap. Obviously, he's not, but it shows that he's actually snapped and that he's no longer with it. He's just gone, and I thoroughly enjoy his character now.
And
So
that Senate
I'm
hearing was like,
yeah,
dude, I am all for calling out. Like, I love when I see someone call out hypocrisy of government in real life. I love it. So to see this guy say what he said, he was like, "You guys made me, and now I'm taking the fall for what you guys made." And it's true. Is he a grown adult that made his own decisions? Yes, 100%. You're accountable for it. But all those people who pushed for him to get to this point and kept pushing and put him in this position and all this stuff, they're responsible for it, and they're getting off scotch-free while he mentally scarred from war, physically all beat up, lost his best friend. He's going through all this stuff, and he has to do it alone with his wife, who I didn't even know he had a wife. She just showed up randomly in this episode.
She was in the
the
first episode that he was in, the
when he was in the locker room.
episode 2 that started off in the locker room. Yeah.
Oh, that was her that walked.
Yeah.
My memory's weird. I thought it was his friend.
It was
Hoskins
her
was there,
first,
too.
and then
Bye, babe. Thanks.
Oh, shoot, Marvel going off the deep end.
No, I
Yeah.
really loved that episode. That whole scene in the courtroom was phenomenal. While we're in that scene,
You want to talk about the cameo?
yes,
Yeah.
I think I thoroughly believe that Marvel needs to stop saying things about cameos.
I know.
Because
Well,
they were
I was
hyping
like,
up this
who?
Yeah, it's a notable actor or actress,
Yeah.
but that character, I had no idea who she was.
Madam
And
Hydra?
she's like such like a niche character.
I guess, but she's a
when
big
you're-
bad,
okay,
and she
yes, yeah.
assembles essentially her own like Suicide Squad in MCU.
Okay. But if you're gonna hype it up that much,
I guess.
make it someone that's more accessible to a wider audience.
I
I
guess, yeah.
love the actual source material comic books, and I had to look up who she was. I had no idea.
She was supposed to appear in Black Widow first.
Isn't she a triple agent, right? Something like that.
She's like Nick Fury's lover and right hand person, pretty much, in the comics.
Chopa.
And she's actually better
thought
than
that
Nick
was
Fury.
really known.
She's bested him in a lot of hand to hand combat and stuff like that. And then she
I think they're doing that in live action.
she's like, yeah.
Her and Nick Fury fighting.
Somebody
She,
get some steaks off this mother loving plane.
She
You're right.
she kind of, so she's like becomes like not the director of Shield, but so almost she's like a top person in Shield, and then also ends up being the leader of like Hydra at the same
It's
time.
like Kyler said, Marvel needs to, I mean, they really got to
Yeah.
rein in and have a meeting with these people, because his words were like people were going to flip over this cameo. And we discussed on the podcast
But where
last
did this
week, we were
come
like,
from?
we're
Who
gonna,
said
we're
it?
gonna, one of the producers.
It was one of the producers. Okay.
Yeah, one of the producers. So this is a guy who knew the entire thing. We said on the last episode, we were like, we're keeping our expectations low. We were like, maybe it'll be Wolverine, maybe it'll be someone cool. Expectations low because of junk like this. Approximately 1.7 people stood up and flipped out when she appeared on screen. Saying it was Madam Hydra.
0.7 come from?
Yeah, I don't know, like MODOK or something. It was mad weak.
Yeah.
I knew it was her because I know the actress and she hasn't been in anything else in the MCU.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, this is the cameo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No idea who she is. So I'm really underwhelmed right now.
She was supposed to be in Black Widow first, which
Yeah, but it got pushed back.
they kept
13
getting pushed
times,
back.
so.
Yeah. So, but
still
I'm
would've
assuming
not
she
impressed
probably
me.
plays a part in Black Widow. But yeah. Anyway.
So the opening fight scene.
Yes. Oh
Beautiful.
my god. Him flipping out when he was
Finally.
running into the like abandoned factory, and he's like talking to himself. He told me he didn't want to get in. He didn't. Oh my god. I just love that acting. It was
Awesome.
amazing. Oh my god.
He was like, "Why are you making me do this?" Like
Yeah.
he was like mad at them.
Yeah.
It shows like
Oh my
he's like
goodness.
snap. He's gone.
Yeah. And,
Yeah,
I,
and then-
I love how blurred his vision is
Mhm.
in terms of like they're like, you gotta give me that shield, and he views it as, oh, you just want the shield back, instead of like, bro, you just did some messed up stuff and you need to give me that shield so you don't
There's
get in
still
any more
grace
Pass
Trouble
over the
on
gun.
it.
Yeah.
Pass over the gun. Please.
Yeah, like exactly. But he views it as a personal attack on him.
Yeah.
Oh man. It's
What
crazy.
impressed me is, I mean, obviously he's like a super accomplished soldier, 3 medals of honor, all that stuff. We talked
Puts
about
the
it.
fight against
But
Bucky and
To
Sam.
fight against 2 seasons
Two of them, right?
Avengers
Yeah.
and give them a run for their money. They were all laid out at the end of that fight.
Yeah.
Yep.
All of them. Everyone was like gassed.
But
And it was 2 against 1. One of which was a super soldier. and the other is like a trained military veteran, Sam,
I feel like
paratrooper.
he snapped and he's just so angry and furious that he's probably like.
That's what I want to get at.
Unhinged.
That's like a thing.
Yeah.
When it comes to heroes and villains, that's what really separates them. Can we agree that Bucky was OP when he was Winter Soldier?
Yeah.
Bucky was OP.
pretty much,
Now
yeah.
he's just regular James Buchanan Barnes, and he's trash. How many times has he lost? How many fights has he lost in this series?
He lost his arm.
Bro, he lost like 3 or 4 fights, and
me that.
it's like you become. It's like once you're a good person,
You have limits.
Okay, bye.
But that's even in Star Wars, dude. You think about
You
how
gotta pull
strong the
yourself back.
Sith are.
I'm tired of this. Yeah.
When you don't care to hold yourself back and you don't care who gets hurt
Yeah.
when you're trying to get to your goal, you'll do whatever you need to do.
Exactly.
But as a hero, you have to rein it in. You have to hold yourself. You can't kill the bad guy. You got to stop them. You can't
Yeah.
let them kill other people. So you have to constantly be aware. That's what Superman didn't do in Man of Steel, and that's why Batman versus Superman happened, because he destroyed half of Gotham in Metropolis.
Yeah.
So you got to learn to rein it in, and when you don't have those inhibitions, you
Which
go
I think,
nuts.
which is what I think factored in right there, where now John Walker is kind of unhinged, and he was just like, fighting for his life, no other thoughts in his head. He just wanted to take these guys out. I am Captain America, you know, and that's why he almost won. He almost killed freaking Sam. He almost decapitated him too before Bucky stepped in. So
2 things. I find it so Marvel does these 2 things so well. First, they make characters that are really not special in a world with Thors and super soldiers, like Sam. They make them seem like actually viable in a fight like this. Where any other movie industry would probably like, I don't know, how do you make someone with
they balance them
wings?
very well.
Yeah, him and Hawkeye, they make these people feel necessary in fights against aliens and stuff like that. And the second is Marvel does such a good job at pinpointing when someone good becomes bad. Like we know
pause on the moment and be like right there.
We know when Walker, when he killed that dude. Okay, that's where. Or you could bring it back to when he lost his friend. You were like right there. That's when he changed.
You can see it in his face.
That's when he changed. Yeah. Hawkeye, when he lost his family, that's when he went Ronin.
Yeah.
When Thanos saw the suffering and all that stuff, that's when he became the person who needed to snap and get rid of half. So Marvel, that's why I love their villains, because they do such a good job at all that stuff. So that was my analysis on that.
Very good. Looking forward to the season finale. We got Sam's suit coming up.
Oh my 100%. Goodness.
Also, what's up with Sharon?
Wait, before we get into that.
Yeah.
Go
ahead. When they grabbed the shield back and they snapped this dude's arm.
Bro.
I'm sorry, but
that jump made me cringe.
When I saw it like pulling back and they're forcing him, like they're gonna do a Thanos moment. So I was like, oh no!
Low key, I was waiting for like Bucky to take his arm off and just throw it at him or something. Use it as like a projectile weapon.
Buzz Lightyear.
Buzz Lightyear.
When he was like about to decapitate Sam, I thought he was just gonna like whip it at the back of Walker's head or
and
something.
it bounced back at him and he attaches it.
Yeah, he uses it as a shield. It's a less accurate frisbee.
That was really dark.
Boomerang.
Bend at the elbow, just like so whipping it around. I love
these guys.
Oh shoot!
Did you notice?
This is Sharon's suit.
Also,
3 opposite conversations.
Yeah, sorry. I saw. It's just like mine is a quick thing. Someone I think on TikTok pointed out in Sam's little training montage of him learning how like to use the shield and stuff,
which was awesome,
amazing. He left on the scene where he's like running. There's a big space on his left for Cap.
Oh, don't.
Yep.
Yeah.
My boy,
and
what's his name on TikTok?
The camera panned in and it shows him on just this side of the screen and his whole left side is open. And normally in a scene you would center the character, but they left that on your left.
That's not okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
I need a hug.
Yeah.
I think,
I'll hug my dog after this.
I think Cap's gonna be back in some way or another. I think we'll see Chris Evans again, not just in a cameo.
They never announced that he died.
Exactly.
He's just old. He's just old.
And like we discussed yesterday with all that weird time travel stuff that you brought up with Captain
Both
America and all
Caps
that
exist.
stuff.
Yeah.
Cap, old Cap, let me point this out to all the people who saw Endgame. He lived his entire life, knew where the Avengers were going to be on that house at that moment, somehow snuck by everyone to sit at the bench and dramatically look out to the lake. he was like, I know Sam. He was like looking back, like Sam's gonna be over here. He was like, all right, here we go. And action.
Get into character.
Yeah. I just thinking about that, I was dying.
I mean, why don't they're always talking about like what Cap would have wanted and stuff like that? If he's not dead, why don't they just go knock on his and Sharon's or
Peggy's door.
Peggy's
Well,
door?
Peggy's dead.
Like, oh yeah, true.
Like, Cap, sorry to bother you, but what would you want in this situation?
What do you want us to do here? We're kind of confused.
Yeah.
Should I keep the shield? Should I not?
Yeah.
Should I give him?
It'd be much easier. It's true.
But also,
Or give him a call if you don't want to drive all the way over there.
yeah, that's true.
Like, yo, Steve.
You're not wrong there.
This episode was heavy on the Isaiah Bradley storyline, which is really good. Really good. Literally did the same exact thing that Steve did, but instead he went to jail and got experimented on it. And Steve
What was that scar that he showed?
experiment. I don't know if it was branding or if it was just from them operating on him and like.
Okay,
Trying to
I couldn't
figure out
tell.
how
I
it
was trying
I
to
could.
figure
It was
out.
dark. I couldn't. It was like really bad lighting, but.
Yeah, that's what I was saying about this episode. It's not anything what I expected it to be, but it was a really good episode nonetheless. It was a very after the beginning was a very slow episode, more dialogue heavy, more wrap up loose ends. So clearly tomorrow they can just go all out. Torres is probably going to become Falcon or whatever it is.
Yeah, another one, amazing.
Soup. He got the soup.
Yeah. Is he like a young Avenger?
He is. He kind
They're
of
setting it up, bro.
He takes over Sam's position as Falcon. He becomes like a young Avenger. Yeah.
I was really disappointed because the first episode where they showed him, I was like, oh man, he's gonna die. Because he looked like one of those characters that they introduced just to get you connected to, and then he like dies tragically. And I was like, that sucks. And then I found out he becomes Falcon. I was like, oh my god, yes, that's awesome.
Yeah, they're really setting up a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
Anthony
Plus, we have
Mackie,
the same last name. So
yeah. Anthony Mackie was saying how much he enjoyed being on set with the actor. I forget his name, but who plays Torres? Because he reminds me of my first MCU movie. Like, wide-eyed and just so happy to do every scene. And it kind of pumped them up for his scenes with him because like,
bro, question. Yes. Would this be viable? I just thought about this, and it's probably maybe I've seen it before. It's in the back of my mind.
If you jump last second in an airplane,
no. So the
Falcon
Wakandans,
wings.
the Wakandans have Zemo now.
Yes.
Do you think that they will use him to somehow kill off T'Challa?
I don't think so. He has no reason to kill T'Challa. Zemo has literally his only mission was to get rid of like the super soldiers and stuff. So there's like no reason.
He's not trying to be. He obviously has his own like agenda, but it's not like a super evil.
Yeah.
In this instance, because in the comics he is
his first thing.
Bad person.
His first thing was to break up the Avengers. He succeeded. And then, other than that, he just studied. He hated super soldiers. Yeah, and then,
Daniel Bruhl is awesome.
He's amazing.
I love every scene.
Have you heard his Chris Hemsworth impression?
No,
he does it perfectly.
Wait, Chris Hemsworth as Thor or just
no as Chris Hemsworth. He was talking about like hanging out with Chris Hemsworth and like on set or like whatever, and he just like imitated him perfectly, and I was crazy.
What is he?
He's German, if I'm not mistaken.
Is he?
Bro,
does he have an accent in real life?
But he's been everywhere, bro. Like he knows Spanish, German. He knows like mad different languages. It's crazy.
He looks like one of those people who's like an actor, but in real life he's like a genius.
Yeah, I think
like he could be like a nuclear physicist if he wanted to.
This clip had me dying because Anthony Mackie and Sebastian Stan were talking about their time working with Daniel Bruhl, and Sebastian was like,
Zemo?
Yeah.
Okay.
He was like, Sebastian was like, we were at this hotel, and I go to the elevator, and it opens up, and this steam just smacks me in the face, and all the mirrors in the elevator are just fogged up and steamed up. And right in front of me is Daniel with a robe on, just came out of the sauna, and he looks at me and he's like, I am looking for the fifth floor. And I was dying because Sebastian's impression of him was like spot on. And he was like, he's exactly so mysterious the way he is in the show.
Yeah.
I don't know. The one where he does Chris Hemsworth, though, you're gonna have to send me the link.
I'll find it and send it to you.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know, Sebastian Stan was born in Romania. He's Romanian.
Oh, he speaks fluent.
Yeah, he was born and
What?
raised there for a while.
A fan like asked him a question. He like answered back.
Yeah.
And I forgot what it was.
It was it was for Civil War. They asked him
in the end of Civil War.
Yeah, so it was hilarious because he knows Romanian because he was born and raised there, like I said. So they asked him in Romanian, and then the moderator was like, "Don't spoil anything to Civil War because we can't understand anything you're saying." So he was like, "Oh, yeah, whatever." So then he answers the person's question, but then at the end in Romanian, he says, "Civil War is really good," but that's all he says. But only thing everyone understood was Civil War, so everyone went crazy because they thought he said something spoiling the movie or something like that. It was mad funny.
Let me show you guys.
No idea he was Romanian.
Just 2 seconds, so we're not gonna get clipped or anything. This is his impression.
Deep, I saw like half of his chest, and he's just looking at me going like, is this the fifth floor?
Yeah.
He seems like a really chill dude to hang out with.
Sebastian,
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
everyone loves him. It's like Sebastian fever right now.
Mm-hmm.
You know, how everyone, like, when WandaVision was out, everyone was like, oh, Elizabeth
Yeah.
Olsen.
Yeah.
But
Jump on the
Anyway.
hype train.
oh, okay. Anyway, overall, solid episode. I had a great time with it.
I'm very interested in Sharon because she's the one that called Batroc to go help the Flag Smashers. So she's got crazy connections. The French dude, the French UFC fighter dude, she called
Jumps
him.
around everywhere.
She got him out of jail to go help the Flag Smashers. Yeah, this
Joey does
Joey's
look like that.
Joey's impression.
He looks like a walking thumb.
yeah.
Like from Spy Kids. Floop is a bad man, help us, save us. Floop is a bad man, help
So bad.
Yo, let's take a picture of a thumb, put his face on there.
For all those who haven't seen Spy Kids, I don't even feel like pulling this up because if you haven't seen Spy
Uncultured
Kids,
swines, if you haven't
yeah, what
seen.
is your childhood? Oh, let me see. I'm pulling this up. Nah, I don't know who put this. But is that Rose?
Oh my god.
Anyway,
Wait, what? How did he do the F? He went like that or something like that. It's like
for fun.
yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay,
All right, well,
moving on.
looks
Before it
like,
gets too late, like last time.
Yeah, Ringo
My
Starr
goodness,
has
Thank
spoken.
you. Thank you.
And it's time to move on to the next section, which is our actual main topic for the day.
Mm.
And this is our most anticipated movies of this year. So, as many of you know,
2021.
yeah, vaccines are rolling out. The pandemic looks to be on its way behind us. Movie theaters are opening up here in Connecticut. Believe everything's going full capacity as of May 19th. So we're going to be out there licking subway poles, doing
That's
as
right.
much as we can.
Connecticut
Giving
doesn't even
high
have a
fives.
subway.
I go to New York for it then. So first, do each of you guys have a most excited movie for this year?
I
I
do.
don't have a most excited. I have a list of my top 1, 2, 3, like 4.
Okay. Joey, what is your? We'll start with you. What
I'll
is
just
your
say-
most excited?
Day one, and we already spoke about this. The
Yeah.
Shang-Chi movie, just because for the fact that
Really?
it like I told you guys, we haven't had a good kung fu movie in so long. Jackie Chan, Jet Li aren't getting any
So
younger,
true.
and especially that Marvel's actually making this a thing. It's just awesome.
Marvel's choreography with their fight scenes is like impeccable. So to see them do stuff with like
Mhm.
actual like kung fu and all, that's going to be pretty intense. Those
And
fight
plus-
scenes are going to be really, really
Yeah.
what's the word? Intricate.
Mm-hmm.
Right, and the old school like China with, I don't know if it's gonna be like his heritage or whatnot, but you see them, the tiger, the lion, just
Love
it's
it.
Chinese, not Japanese, right? Shang-Chi.
I believe so.
really so.
Yeah.
Okay.
I believe that's Chinese.
Yeah, the Mandarin Chinese. Yeah.
Fair enough.
I think in that scene when he was fighting the two guys in the bus, when we see those scenes where the camera doesn't move and it just stays on them, that to me is like heavenly.
Yeah.
Because I absolutely
Cuts and
hate
stuff.
the Jason Bourne era of cuts and you can't see what's happening. It's all this crazy stuff. You just know that by the end of it, he knocked 4 dudes out, and that's that.
With
It's
a
crazy.
book.
Yeah,
You never know,
With a
yeah.
pencil.
It's true. It's true.
You never know who he's fighting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Never. Daredevil, in my opinion, there might have been something else.
The
before
one
this, but
shot.
Daredevil brought back the one shot. We're training 30 days just for this one fight scene, and ever since then we get movies like Tenet who do these crazy fight scenes,
Forward
with these
and
one shot
backwards.
takes,
Is
backwards.
is this guy the actor who's doing
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi? Is that his name? That's his name, right?
I don't know. Yeah, what is Shang-Chi? Shang-Chi.
I think
What in
that's
the
his
world
name.
is
His
that?
actual name? His actual name.
The
in
actor's
movie?
name?
No,
Or
no, no,
the
no, like
character
the
name?
character,
Yeah, his name in
That's
the
his
show
name.
is
Yeah,
Shang-Chi.
Shang-Chi.
Yeah, that's
right?
his name.
Okay.
Yeah, that's his name.
So is he the actor who's playing him, the one doing all the stunts? Does he do his own stunts, or is he?
I believe
That's a
so.
good question.
Because that's usually they. I don't want to
Well,
stereotype, but like
yeah,
Jackie
well.
Chan and stuff always did his own stunts. Jet Li
That
always
is
did his own
true.
stunts. So like the big
I
kung
would
fu
be happy if he did
actors
his own stunts.
usually like to do that stuff themselves.
I'm pretty
So did
sure.
Bruce Lee.
You know what's funny?
Mm.
This guy, the actor, I forget his name, but I did see a tweet from like years ago, like beginning of MCU, or like maybe halfway, maybe like phase 2 or 3. He tweeted, he was like, "Oh, just saw this movie at Marvel." He added Marvel on Twitter or whatever. He was like, "Now let's see some Asian American representation." And then they casted him for this. And isn't that? I feel like that's so cool.
Oh,
like,
this guy is the one who said that.
yeah,
One who's doing.
That's-
yeah.
Oh.
Isn't that awesome?
That's
like
cool.
They call
yeah.
him. They're like, "Yeah, it was a good idea. You
You want to play
You up
Shang-Chi?
for something? You down?
Yeah.
That is pretty cool.
Oh,
I'm
okay.
like we discussed yesterday when it comes to the whole representation stuff.
Mhm.
You know, I'm not. It to me personally, it's not the biggest deal. I don't need to see a Puerto Rican in everything I watch, but I can see where, you know, he's someone of Asian culture is watching, you know, these Avengers movies for 8-9 years in a row, and you're not seeing like any characters.
Mhm.
I think that's pretty cool. You're getting a whole movie now, and you get to star in it.
Is
Yeah.
Torres Puerto Rican?
I think he's
What's his
Mexican. I think he's
Yeah, I
Mexican
think so.
American.
Yeah.
Oh wait, he's actually. Sorry. I don't.
Well, at least look
okay.
of just sheer disappointment was perfect.
You know why? Because I'm the one that has to edit this at the end of the day. So then I hear this, I'm like, great, more work for me
Give
to
editing
do.
over to D if he's
Yeah.
gonna be doing
Yeah.
it.
Maybe you should just bleep it out, and everyone's gonna wonder what I said.
I should. I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna bleep it out.
Yo, Darren's off the rails.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. That's a. Wiley, what about you?
I'm also hopping on the Marvel hype train here. No,
Spider-Man.
Spider-Man. It's got to
Yeah, I
be
figured.
Spider-Man for me. It's got to
Yep.
be.
keep
But it's all the way in
forgetting it's this year.
December, though. It's all the way in December.
Dude, it is going to fly. But I vividly remember
Saying that
when
about
we
some other
first
movie.
when we first saw the teaser of the Millennium Falcon flying over the trees, when we found out we were getting a new Star Wars trilogy, and we were like, this is going to be forever away. Look at this. We finished the entire trilogy and we're on to solo.
We
movies
hate it.
now,
You know,
like
it's so weird when you think of it like that, like in those blocks when
crazy.
you first get, or like even Endgame. How many times did we watch the Endgame trailer? And that was what,
One of the best
3
trailers of
years
all
ago,
time.
2-3 years ago.
Dude,
Yeah, we're coming on
It's
3 years
so
now.
that's
weird.
scary. It's so scary how time flies.
So
Or the
bad.
first Avengers
Dude.
movie. When
2012. I
you
saw that
think of
3
the
times
moment
in
when you
theaters.
see all the heroes and it's panning around them,
The circle.
and then you get Endgame with like everyone from the Marvel Cinematic Universe. It's so weird.
It is really weird.
Yeah.
I'm
Yeah,
just
so that's
saying,
going to be here tomorrow.
when the Hulk transformed in the first Avengers movie. I mean, they had it slow mo. I mean, seeing that in real time. I mean, he'd be like a popcorn. I'm sorry. I mean, let's
Dude.
be honest.
That's true.
We've come a long way from
I'm
the-
always angry.
He's just like a colonel.
Whoa.
Bro, have you guys ever seen the Eric Bana or the Eric Bana Hulk?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you know
Back in
how
2004.
badly the CGI in that movie has
terrible.
aged?
It was terrible.
Well, Nick Nolte as
Bro,
his dad.
When he was like jumping like 1,000,000 feet, almost flying.
Dude.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the one where he was fighting the helicopter. Yeah. It's like this junk looked
This came out in like 2000.
2004 or something.
I know. Look at this. Look how it's just like, bro, this was a movie in theaters. Look at this.
At the time, it was amazing.
that mess was excellent.
Yeah, we were like, dang, look at this Hulk.
Some movies hold up better than others over time, like Star Wars,
Transformers
and stuff like that.
the first Transformers, that's like 2005, and it holds up, bro.
Those movies are made like 2 years apart from each other.
Yeah. There's no excuse for this, bro. Jurassic Park came out like 20 years before this.
Oh my god, Jurassic Park. Yeah,
There's no excuse for the abysmal CGI. Anyway.
Marvel was different back then. Marvel didn't have Disney to foot the bill.
That is true.
These were like private organizations. Yeah. This is like us making a Hulk movie. What do we know about CGI?
The Ed Norton one was, I love it though.
Oh yeah, that's my favorite iteration of Hulk. I like Mark Ruffalo, but Ed Norton, I think
I don't.
They just made Marvel.
I like Mark Ruffalo, Bruce Banner, and he fits perfectly in MCU. Yes. I can't see Ed Norton in this MCU communicating with Robert Downey. I can't see it.
Totally different.
But I like his Hulk more because it was more true to comic form, where he's just a complete raged out, angry. Yeah.
And actually strong.
Oh my god! Against Abomination, like was crazy.
That movie was really.
Isn't he coming back?
It was.
Isn't this dude coming back? The actor that played Abomination. He's
what happened at the end of that?
They captured him.
Beat the crap out of him.
Yeah,
Tim Roth.
He never changed back.
Yeah, isn't he in the future? I think he's in the She-Hulk series.
I think you're right.
And so was Bruce Banner.
They started filming that. I meant to put that in my movie news. They started filming that.
Yeah, I got a bad taste in the mouth. Right?
Also, Secret Invasion is a series. It's not a movie. I think I said it was a movie the other day, but it's actually
I thought it was going to be a movie.
I'm really excited.
I always
for
assumed
that.
it was a series.
Yeah, it's a series.
I'm not excited about Emilia Clarke because I have my opinion on Game of Thrones actors and actresses.
Yeah, she's never brought anything good to a movie.
None of them have, other than Jason Momoa. I think he's the only one
barely
who's
yeah,
that's true. Yeah, but Spider-Man's a good choice. We're going to be talking about that all the way from now until December. So.
I will shut up about Spider-Man. I haven't shut up about it for months. So
I don't think it's most anticipated, but Venom. I mean,
yeah, that's on my list.
This year?
The Let There Be Carnage. Yeah.
Venom.
September. That's you know what? That's like a fun movie. That's like one where I'm like excited just to go out and eat and have a good time.
The first one wasn't
is this
the best movie, but it was. I was Tom Hardy.
I enjoyed it.
What's his name?
Carnage.
Oh, I know what you're talking about. This dude. Yeah, I know exactly.
What's his name?
I always blank on his name, and then I remember it, and I'm like, oh yeah,
Woody Harrelson.
Woody Harrelson.
Right, is it Woody Harrelson?
Yep. Yes.
Woody Harrelson.
Yeah, he's Carnage.
It is Woody Harrelson, right?
He's with Carnage.
Yeah, he's Carnage.
Yeah, he was like at the end of the last movie.
He is such a good actor for no reason.
Even in like Planet of the Apes,
dude,
he was like just shaving his head.
Yeah, that's right.
Like randomly,
I forgot about that.
So weird, but he's so good. He's in the Hunger Games movies.
Yeah, hey Mitch, dude, he may be on the list of greatest underrated actors because I don't think he gets the appreciation.
Well, he's like a character actor. Yeah,
he's so good though.
Does he have any like awards or anything?
I don't know.
Like Oscar, you mean?
You ever see 3 Billboards Outside of Ebbing, Missouri?
What?
Bro.
If a movie title has more than 3 words,
I know, right?
Then it's
you
not.
Lost me.
It was one of those movies, like...
Have you ever seen the water bottle I found in the street last week? Have you seen that movie?
It was one of those movies, I think 2018 or 2019, where it was like in the running for Best Picture. And it was one of those ones that everyone was like, Oh, that's a really weird name. I haven't. No one was talking
Like
about
salmon
it.
fishing in Yemen.
Okay.
Yeah, that's another.
That's a
That's
real one?
Yeah,
Yeah.
with Ewan McGregor and
Mhm.
Emily Blunt.
I think it's Emily Blunt. Yep.
Oh, well, this movie was on FX the other day, and I was like, oh, you know what? I saw that it was nominated for Best Picture. So it's not really good movie, dark movie, very yeah, it was
Disclaimer.
like borderline depressing. So if you're like in that state of mind, it's not a movie you would want to watch.
Good.
But yeah, but it was really good, and Woody Harrelson killed it. So anyway, all right, Kyle. Well, I'll go because I have a specific one that
Okay, yeah, I have just like movies
Yeah.
I just read.
We know yours.
I'm so excited for Dune.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Dune is going to be amazing. There is no possible way this movie will flop.
Is that one book or is it a series?
So it's a series. It's a series of
But the
multiple
one
books.
the one
gonna
book,
continue
the
the one
first
book,
book
but-
is the
Yeah. So the thing with the book is it's one of the most influential sci-fi novels of all time.
isn't it the best selling sci-fi book of all time?
And it is the best-selling,
Mhm.
sci-fi novel of all time. I've read it. It's not the best. It's one of those books where the plot and the concept and the technology and all that stuff is so cool, but the way it's written and the things that are focused on are like
When was it written?
in the 70s.
Okay,
Late
because
70s.
those books that are written like in like that era, the sci-fi stuff is like phenomenal.
There's
Because
some
I've been
amazing.
have you ever read any books or any of the short stories by Philip K. Dick?
Androids don't dream. No, that's
Androids
Philip
Dream
K.
of Androids
Electric
Dream of
Sheep.
Electric Sheep.
that one. Yep.
The Hanging Stranger, Beyond Lies the Wub.
Yeah, I've read three, not
The
those.
Second Variety. They're so good. I don't like short stories because I really like to get into books. I like to be
Yeah.
really like immersed. So short stories don't really do it for me because it's like it ends too quickly. But those stories from Philip K. Dick, he's so good at in the short amount of time you feel like you know everything
Yep.
and you're like in there. It's so good.
That's why he has so many movies that have been made after his books today.
Yeah.
Minority
Even loosely,
Report
but
is-
Minority. I had no idea.
Yeah, it's a Philip K. Dick book.
It's so cool.
There's another one too, I forget.
But yeah.
Isaac Asimov is another one that's like a late 60s, early 70s writer, all the way through the 80s, he's one of the most prolific, if not the most.
Are you looking at me,
Who?
Joey?
What in the world's going on with these guys?
Because I'm like out of it and I'm like falling asleep.
Oh,
Okay. Sorry.
It's like
No, I'm not.
Tyler could talk for days about
I'm
books,
not
man.
bored. It's just me. I'm just tired. So then,
Why it's like slowly passing away in front of
Yeah.
our eyes,
Sorry,
and you
sorry,
guys
sorry,
are just
sorry, sorry.
talking.
Get
No,
back
no,
on
no,
topic.
no, no.
I'm sorry.
It
I
has
think
nothing
we're
to
books
do with
up
that. It
on-
has. It's just the
We'll
it's the
start a
vaccine.
different
It's the
podcast.
vaccine.
Yeah.
Oh my
For the
goodness.
Back to Dune. I am ashamed
I
and
meant no.
embarrassed.
I meant
My
no
friends are making fun of
offense.
us.
It was no.
Putting our editor to sleep.
My man wanted to off himself.
Anyway,
It's because
Sorry.
no. It's because I'm really sleepy, and then I looked at myself and I was like, damn, I look really tired. And then I looked at
I look
Joey and he's
jacked.
cracking up, and I'm like, he has to be laughing at me. I
yeah,
can't.
let me go back to something that'll interest you, Wiley. Explosions, boom, loud noises, bright lights, boom, boom.
Oh my god.
Is that a movie title?
Oh my goodness.
It's
I
a whole
hate you.
paragraph.
Explosions,
Oh.
boom, boom.
Now,
Alright, so-
this Dune coming out. That's this guy.
Denis Villeneuve.
yeah.
Shyamalan.
He made a rival, right?
Denis
Now,
Villeneuve is the director of Arrival, which is
Oh.
one of our favorite
Okay.
sci-fi
didn't
movies
he
of all
do?
time.
He did Blade Runner 2049, right?
49. Yep.
And he also did Enemy with Jake Gyllenhaal.
You've seen Enemy?
I haven't. I want to know. Have you seen it?
Oh, I was
Because
about to
I've heard it's really good.
Oh wait, is that the one with the spider?
Yes.
No. I've
Okay.
never seen that.
I heard that's so trippy. Do you
Yeah,
know
I
the
saw the
plot
ending
lines?
and
You
it's-
know the plot line to it? Any of you?
I don't know any.
I never
I
heard
of
haven't
it.
heard of it.
It's out there.
It's with
bro.
Jake Gyllenhaal. He's like
Well, he likes weird movies like that.
Yeah.
he plays like it's Jake Gyllenhaal. He's like this dude, and he's watching a movie, and he sees someone who looks exactly like him. And so he like I gotta find out who this guy is. So he finds the guy's name, and then he finds like the other few movies that he's in, and he ends up like stalking this dude because it's literally like his twin.
Doppelganger.
Yeah. So then he like tracks him down. Pretty much like some crazy stuff happens where they're identical, like same exact scars, same voice. It's Jake Gyllenhaal, double Jake Gyllenhaal. To the point where they have the same dreams, and one of them is like some huge spider just like in the middle of like a city. It's so trippy.
So let me show you guys the ending scene.
Yeah.
So it doesn't ruin anything, but
You've seen it, D?
no, I've seen the ending scene, which is what made
and it freaks me out. It freaks me out.
Yeah, you're probably not gonna like this, Wiley. All right. So there's no volume here, so I'm just gonna keep it.
Tarantula. Oh god.
So it's basically Jake Gyllenhaal walking in a room.
Oh, geez. Okay.
Tarantula.
Wow. Hi. That's
The
not
size
pleasant.
of a bed. He looks at the tarantula. Oh no, arrival.
Denis.
Anyway,
That's how it ends.
so that's the ending of the movie.
Because the person that was supposed to be in there was his doppelganger's like wife, and he goes in. It's trippy.
It's one of those
trippy.
movies that's symbolism.
Yeah.
Although I read the synopsis on IMDb because I wanted to know what in the world.
I don't even have arachnophobia, and that's
But
not fun.
But the reason
Wild.
it's just like the cinematography of it is like very. It's in character
there?
with this director. I can never pronounce his name. What's his name?
Denis.
Denis
Villeneuve.
Villeneuve.
Denis Villeneuve. Yeah, it like has like Arrival type stuff. Like that scene right there. Doesn't that remind you of the scene in Arrival where she like
Yeah.
dreaming and it's in the corner?
And it's in the corner in the
Yeah.
little trailer. Yeah.
Well, that's one of the reasons why I'm so excited for this movie, because the concept of the book was awesome. The plot, what happens in the book is awesome. So cool. And then on top of that, we get this amazing director to do all these crazy shots in the middle of a planet that's all sand and
Well, it's not
crazy
Earth?
technology. No, this
no.
takes place, I think, 3,000 years in the future. It's some crazy
Yeah.
futuristic
Yeah.
stuff. It's
Yeah.
awesome. So cool.
Okay.
They go to multiple planets though, don't they? Don't they have other planets?
In the first book, it's only on
it's
one.
only on the one. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I haven't
But
read
it's-
the rest because.
But it's like huge, right? The planet. It's like
yeah.
Yeah.
And then the cast in this thing is
it's
unreal.
amazing.
Stacked.
Timothy Chalamet, Rebecca Ferguson, Zendaya, Jason Momoa, Dave Bautista, Josh Brolin, Oscar Isaac, Javier Bardem, Stellan Skarsgård. It's unreal. These
Oh my God.
It's
How
a huge
expensive
cast.
was that movie?
hopefully $1 billion because I want to see everything come to life.
Hopefully.
And then guess who's doing the score?
$1 billion invested.
Zimmer or Ludwig?
Hans Zimmer.
Okay.
This is the movie that he,
Movies like that, you have to go big.
What was the movie? He couldn't do Mandalorian because he was working on this movie. That's why Ludwig got the job doing the score for Mandalorian.
Fair enough.
So
Good on Ludwig.
it's like the perfect storm of actors, director, amazing plot, script writers are awesome, and then the score is going to be amazing.
So this movie
I
comes out
can't wait.
beautifully.
Do I have to read the book to be able to understand things?
I listened to the audiobook and I read the physical copy. You can if you want. I'm sure they're going to do a good job with just, if you haven't read the book, watching the movie.
Just go watch the 1970s movie.
Don't do that. I
Oh,
hear
this
it's trash.
this is a remake?
Yeah.
Was it 70s or 80s? It was garbage either way. But
Somewhere around there.
Movies,
Terrible
sci-fi
movie.
movies from back then, if they were based on like a book or something like that,
it made no sense.
were
They
not
sucked,
good.
Yeah.
It was bad.
Especially
Like,
one with like this crazy technology that
yeah,
this
you
book
can't.
has.
You're pushing it. Stay in your lane. Know your limits. Don't go too far.
And there's some remakes. I think in this era that we're in, the remakes are better than the originals
Yeah.
more often than not. I mean, look at Planet of the
Because-
Apes.
Yeah, because of the technology that we have, you can make it look more
Yeah.
real and stuff. It's more
Planet of the
pleasant
Apes
to look
trilogy
at.
is so good.
Yeah.
I love every movie equally. All three are
Mhm.
amazing.
Yeah.
And the Mark
Agreed.
Wahlberg ones are doo-doo,
Caesar
bro.
in his prime
Oh.
could not create that fortress.
Godzilla.
Kyler,
Anyway,
what's one of
Kyler.
yours? Yeah.
Okay, so I had a few. I'm not gonna go super far into detail because it's nothing that I was like really anticipating. Well, the one that I am really looking forward to is No Time to Die because I really like the James Bond movies.
Oh, that is this year.
Which
Yeah.
technically is supposed to be last year, but
Yeah, it's gotten
I
pushed
know.
back like 13 times.
Yeah.
The other one that I saw is The Green Knight, which is Arthurian legend, where I think it wasn't Yvain. I think it was Gawain, who there's this like dude who storms into Arthur's castle in Camelot. He's this completely green, like armor, face, weapons, everything is all completely green. And he just says a challenge. He's like, you can do whatever you want to me, kill me however, whatever you want to do. But in a year, I get to do the same thing to you. I get to hit you the exact same way with the exact same weapon, whatever it is. And this like whole like quest thing ensues. Really interesting story, and they're making a movie on it. And the guy from Lion, I think, is I don't know if he's the Green Knight or Gawain, but he's like on the cover. So I'm looking forward to that because I've been reading all of the Arthurian legends. So it's interesting.
You know what that reminded me of?
What?
You remember the episode we did when we were talking about Star Wars canon versus legends? We were explaining it to people.
Uh-huh.
And we go, before the episode, I was like, Kyler,
just quick synopsis.
We were like, just real quick, explain what the original trilogy is. Kyler goes, Act 1.
He said,
curtain opens, 2 sons. Luke walks out. We're sitting here and he's explaining the movie from scene 1. He's like, Luke walks out, limping.
We had like a 20-minute conversation.
Needs a moisture evaporator. These 2 droids show up.
And so we stopped it, and we were dying, and we were like, Kyler, just the energy.
How do you explain the first 3 movies in like 2 paragraphs?
You did it after that.
Yeah, I know.
It just had
that's the part that made it into the episode.
Yeah. So we cut it. We were like,
forgot about that.
Yeah. Anyway, I just thought that was funny. We never told anyone about that.
The other one is Old, which is a M. Night Shyamalan movie. I don't know if you guys heard of it.
Oh, I think Joseph might have mentioned that one to me.
I watched the trailer on it. It's this family goes to this beach, like a hidden side beach kind of thing. They're on vacation, and it's 2 parents and 2 small children, and they go to this beach, and all of a sudden they all start aging like rapidly, like their whole lives are passing by in like a day. So the kids go away into like this cave or something like that, and they come out and they're like teenagers. And then something else happens and they're like full-grown adults, and they started off as like 10-year-olds, and it's really weird, and they're trying to figure out like what the heck is going on, what's happening. And it's an M. Night Shyamalan movie, so it's going to have like some crazy twist or something like that at the end.
Yeah.
Hopefully
it's
good Shyamalan.
That's what I'm saying. It's hit or miss with him, so I don't
That's what I told Joseph.
I'm not looking for another Village.
Alex Wolff is in this movie.
It looks
really
good. I saw the trailer. It looks interesting.
Trailer after the episode.
I just like movies. Like we've been talking about it for a while. This is the era of like reboots and all that stuff. Yeah. I'm really looking forward to some original content sort of things where it's like new ideas that people haven't beaten to death. So I'm looking forward to that.
July 23rd. That's coming out.
Mm-hmm. I'm excited.
Like 2-3 months. Yeah.
I'm excited for next month. Quiet Place Part 2.
Okay.
You're not
guys.
Lying. Oh my goodness.
So that, for the listeners, will hopefully be our first movie back in theaters as a group. Watching that.
That's May 28th. So
yeah, by then we'll all be fully vaccinated, and it'll be 2 weeks after second shot. So if you want to cancel us, can't do it because we're following CDC guidelines. So. And then hopefully we could do an episode in person after that. We could start doing that.
Yeah, that's true.
How's that going to work?
In-person episodes or?
Yeah.
Well, I have my camera.
No idea.
I have my.
Are we all going to need our own microphones?
So this mic,
we
could. Yeah, you could bring them. This mic has a thing for everyone around it. Like if we were sitting mic? On like a table. Yeah. Now, I don't know. I haven't tested the quality on it in that sort of setting, but. I mean, we all have our own.
We'll discuss the
we can figure it out.
Details after,
logistics.
But A Quiet Place 2 will hopefully be our first back in theater movie review. So excited for that movie. That was actually the movie we were gonna go see the week
of COVID.
Everything got shut down.
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
I have the email when I had to cancel the tickets.
Yeah.
Which movie was that?
Quiet Place.
Quiet Place.
Oh. Oh, never mind.
I had my 9 tickets.
Oh yeah, you're right.
Had to return them all.
Was it Wiley or Darian that was with me? We went to AMC and I had pre-ordered a bunch of tickets.
It was me.
It was you? I had pre-ordered a bunch of tickets. And I had a
Hey, because you had
Samsung.
some for you had some for your
Yeah, it
parents
was
like
for
the
me,
next
and
week.
I got like 5 or 6
yeah.
tickets for some movies and then like 3 or 4 for another movie. And I had a Samsung, so I didn't have the Apple Wallet. So when I ordered it, it didn't automatically save that individual ticket.
Mhm.
So I had to go and I put my card in that I used to pay for all the tickets. And it printed out like 32 tickets all at once.
Plus the
It's-
receipts.
these were
Yeah.
movies for like or tickets for movies that were like 5 or 6 months down the line. So I was like, I have to save these forever. And I was just slowly
Yep.
just chipping away at this like stack. It was like when you go to Chuck E. Cheese and
You get
get
all
like a
those tickets.
bullseye and you get like a roll of tickets. It was nuts.
Yeah.
Dude, Top Gun Maverick comes out this year. I forgot about that one.
That was another one on my list, and also Eternals.
Oh, Eternals is going to be
Eternals,
amazing.
right.
I'm so excited for that. That's right.
Yeah. Those
That's
are the last
cool.
two.
I'm excited for. I mean, Black Widow is also coming out. I'm
The
excited
Matrix
for
4.
Fast
Four,
and
yeah.
Furious, even though we kind of laid into that. But it's just me.
That to me is like it's my same excitement as Venom.
Yeah.
I'm excited to go out and
Yeah.
eat and go
Mm.
watch the movie and just laugh.
I'm more excited to hang out than I am to watch the movie.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's that kind of
That's
movie
just
for
like
me.
an excuse to go out with the boys.
Yeah. 'Cause
Than
Venom
anything
isn't-
else. Yeah.
The first Venom wasn't anything groundbreaking, but
it was
it
better
wasn't
than I
nearly
thought it
as
would
bad
be.
as I.
Yeah.
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 I watched it. I didn't see that in theaters.
That's one of those
Um,
movies that I'll probably be like spacing out during and like maybe be on my phone or like having a conversation with someone,
Like
not really
underwater?
paying attention.
Joey fell asleep when we went to see Underwater.
Really?
You fell asleep in
I fell
Dunkirk.
asleep twice. I fell asleep twice in that movie.
I was so tired at
Darren
Dunkirk.
fell asleep in Dunkirk like the first.
Dude,
Not
that's
because it was a
Nolan
bad movie,
That's
but
sacrilegious. What's wrong with you?
it wasn't because it was a bad movie. I vaguely
The beginning
remember
was
being
slow.
a
It
long
was
day.
slow. Beginning was
It was
slow.
slow, yeah.
Yeah.
And
I have
was like,
narcolepsy and I didn't even fall asleep.
I worked like that day. I was like 7 to 6:30 and went straight from there to
Yeah.
the movies. So by the time I got there, I was like just tired, and then the beginning was pretty slow. So
I'll
I've
give you
seen
some
it
of my
again since
narcolepsy
then.
pills.
oh, thank you.
I don't
Of
know.
course.
I don't know the rating on this movie, but it looked funny in the trailer. Free Guy with Ryan Reynolds. Where he's
Oh,
a
yeah.
video game character. He's an NPC.
That's the one that's been coming out for like 3
Yeah.
years.
I was just
Yeah.
gonna say that. You're right.
yeah. but
These are
comes out
movies that-
August.
Because of COVID, they've gotten
Should've
pushed back
been out.
further and further and further.
And I think
So
they just took the
forget
time
that
to
they
perfect
haven't-
them too. You know?
Yeah, I keep forgetting that these movies haven't come out yet. I'm like,
Mhm.
that. I thought that came out like 2 years ago.
Yeah.
I'm like, no, it just keeps getting
The
pushed
crazy
back.
thing. The crazy thing is a lot of these movies started even their press tours before COVID because it was that close. Because I remember A Quiet Place too. John Krasinski and all them were on Jimmy Kimmel and Jimmy Fallon doing the rounds.
Yeah.
Even Dune, the whole cast was on Colbert because he's a huge Dune fan. And I
Yeah.
was like,
really?
oh my gosh, this is
Colbert.
yeah.
I thought his thing got canceled. His show, or like he
No.
stopped doing it.
Yeah.
No, some
The
of those.
Colbert Report.
No, he does. It's not the Colbert Report. He has
Oh.
the late
Yeah.
something. He has a late night show.
Oh, he does.
Yeah.
Like
Huh.
it's Colbert. Right? Yeah, Colbert. Like
Okay.
Jimmy
Stephen
Kimmel.
Colbert. Yeah.
Yeah, trash. Jimmy Fallon, trash. Conan's awesome. James
The
Corden.
late-
Don't even
the
get me
late
started
show.
on James Corden.
The Late Show with
Okay.
Stephen Colbert. Yeah.
Darren has
It's about-
strong opinions on late night hosts.
Late night is
Oh, Jimmy
horrible.
Fallon. Fake. Absolutely fake.
Oh my goodness, dude. It's like it's in such a bad spot. These late night shows, they have good YouTube clips, and
Mhm.
that's it. There's
Yep.
nothing else to it. They're so fake. Like, remember the Jay Leno's and the Lettermans? You know,
Mhm.
the years before we were even alive.
good.
Those were the good
Yeah.
days.
Those were good, yeah.
The OG Conan and stuff like that's why I like Conan still. But now we got this Jimmy Kim. Everything's like politics, you know, like it's like, oh, just give me something funny. Even SNL's trash, bro.
That's because they're
I
like
haven't
doing
started.
it every single night. You eventually burn out, but it's okay.
Yeah, but
move on,
SNL has
move on.
produced some of the best.
Oh, yeah.
I mean, we got Eddie Murphy because of SNL. We have Adam Sandler and his entire crew.
Will Ferrell.
Will Ferrell. I mean, Jimmy Fallon was from SNL literally. We
Mhm.
even the 08
Cowbell?
to Cowbell's my favorite skit of all time.
Cowbell.
Christopher Walken. He's like, you need to put what? Cowbell. Dude, best SNL thing.
So, I'm sorry, real quick. I apologize. Damien just sent me a thing on Instagram. Apparently, let's backtrack real quick to entertainment news.
Oh, okay.
Well, let's finish on entertainment
I'm sorry.
news then.
Darth Revan and Darth Bane are two characters LFL or Lucasfilms wants to explore more on the Disney Plus side of things. Not sure if this means Revan's own show, but that would be incredible. If I were to guess, I'd expect to see his and Bane's name pop up in Acolyte. So we were just talking about Revan maybe not popping up, but apparently that's something that they want to explore.
Well, I said live
Told
action.
you.
I could see it in animated and stuff like that.
But Acolyte is live action, if I'm not
It's
mistaken.
live action.
I thought
Darth
Acolyte
Bane
was the
too?
animated one.
No, that's the anime one is
Or Visions.
Visions, yeah.
Oof. That was. I'm not excited for no Vision. Isn't Visions the one about droids? Or no, that's droids.
No, that's
No, it's
droids.
droids. Visions,
Droids, yeah.
Visions is like the manga anime style type of.
Oh, that'll be cool.
That's
gonna
right.
be
I'm excited
dope.
for that.
Oh
I
my
want
God.
like Samurai Jack with lightsabers.
And that is Lights Out on the Light Bulb podcast. Thanks
Shut
everyone for watching.